Right guys, we've got a Skoda Fabia. It's got faulty air conditioning, driver's side window. Actually none of the doors, windows are working. Antenna, nothing in engine but now. We're hoping there'll be something there, so there's obviously a mechanical issue. Now the car was recovered into us with a report of revving on its own. Switched the car off, started it back up a minute or two later, seemed okay, drove to the shops, started the car back up again, it revved its nuts off again, they managed to switch it off. So I've isolated the turbo on it at the minute, so I've taken this off. There is a bit of play in the shaft, and it was a wee bit wet there with oil. You see there is wee bits of oil, but that's normal, to be honest with you. And I've isolated it there. You can see it is quite oily in there, so it is wet oil in there, but again you expect that with a turbo diesel. So I've isolated the exhaust. I can't get in to check any further until I take the two bolts off underneath, so we're going to lift it up in there. It's been running for a wee while, and the engine's not knocking its head off, so that's good. That's good, I suppose. The turbo on it is part of the manifold, so that turbo housing there, it's all one. So, and speaking to the turbo guy, they don't have any in remanufacturing yet. They did say, however, there is a few meant to go in. We should have some ready for next week for you. So it might be quite a high seller and they're just not turning them around quick enough, I'm not sure yet. So we'll inspect the whole car as well. Obviously we've scanned it for fault codes, and we didn't find nothing, aircon, windows, radios, nothing for engine, but the engine itself sounds okay. Obviously you know I've got that turbo bypassed. I've just driven the car in. Obviously we're not going to have any turbo power. I know the turbo is going to be spinning. So what we're going to do now but is we'll take the keys out. I'll need to clean the key now because I've just touched it, but anyway, so that's my bad. So clean the key, take the key out because I can't get any of the windows working, and we shall lift it up, take the bottom cover off it. We'll need to have a peek in the intercooler. If that's full of oil, then that kind of confirms that the turbo's bypassing too much. And we'll need to take the two bolts out the back, the kind of DPF downpipe, whatever it is, cat, I'm not sure, and then have a look at that side of the turbo. That side, one bolt, and then the pipe can come off, and that's your air intake, so it's sucking in for that side. So it'd be nice if we'd have found a load of oil not pouring out of there. You'd have went, okay, brilliant, but not so far. So we'll take this tray off, get the boost hose off it and see what's happening. Well, let's see if anything comes running out. Oh, there's a big old lump here. So I think we'll do. Let's get that. I think I could look. I'll look in here. See. There's oil on it, but pull the other side off of it. Have a look on that side to see what's happening. Right, so there is oil actually dripping out of that one, so it probably has run away with itself. It's not the worst I've ever seen. I mean, there's not much came out the other side. I'll put the bucket underneath there, and I think we'll need to take the take these two nuts off the back and have a look at the exhaust side of the turbo as well. And see what's going on. But really what we've got to go on is what we found there is the oil, and obviously the customer's description, so we'll get the rest of this off now and see what's going on. Right, so I can get that moved enough. There is a bit of play in the shaft, but it's not horrendous, like here, but I think with the customer's description definitely play on that, but think I need to try and assess this wee bit further. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but certainly moving in there. See anything else holding that there? You can see it's not swimming with oil in there either. Right, so I think we all the oil that's in it. I think we just need to price the turbo, I think. Well, we've already priced it for the turbo guy. We need to phone about and see where's best to get it from. Right, so we're in the middle of the Skoda Fabia. You see that's been disconnected for a while. This pipe's disconnected down here. I've just run that off there. And you can see there's oil running out the turbo, so that's a good shout. The intercooler has been sitting there. I do need to put some brake clean in it. Obviously we've got the bumper off it. The bumper was a bit of pain, to be honest with you. We had to buff through some of these bolts, so I had to buff through them. Now you can see to buff the head off it to get the bumper off. There's nothing we could do, just couldn't get it to come off. So we also with 2 bolts. I will put the ramp ups in it in a second and show you that in the cooler, but that's really all. There's not much run out it. Like you can see there is oil coming out it, but it's been sat there all week basically, and I've stood up to see if we can get stuff to run it. Right, I'll pause here. Right, so we've got a new turbo there to the turbo guy. We've got new gaskets. There's ones there for the EGR as well, and a syringe for pre-filling it with oil. I've been trying to get these 2 bolts. I had to walk away from the car yesterday, so these are away up the back. There you go, compressors on, so you can see where it's been slipping on it. So it is away up the back up there. So those 2 bolts in there, and the pipe kind of in the road. So I didn't want to strip them, because if you strip them then they're basically going to need to take that whole EGR off. So I've managed to work around it. So now that they're up, we'll take the feed and possibly the return lines off it, and then we'll start getting these bolts here. I've been spraying them all there. Rather rusted. This bolt down here, it's sheared as well. Not much I can do about it. I'm not taking the engine out to drill that out, man, so we'll just need to leave it. So nothing I can do. So yeah, you see somebody's been at that, so I'm struggling to say how long that one's going to last. I don't know how much power they gave the car, so yeah. So I don't know if I've given it any more power what they've did there, but somebody's definitely remarked this car. Right, Skoda's been fighting us. So far we've drilled a pilot hole in there because it's a broken bolt. We tried extracting it with heat, cold, everything. There's what was left sticking out, and that's sheared off as well. So we had to remove the whole EGR. Not good, but we can do it. So we need to drill out another hole here, so let's see how we go. Let's see. So, right. Yeah, should be good. So, see what size it is. It's a Skoda with a with a chuck. Yeah, a bit fit, so
think. So that's a 5.5. Which fits into that thread hole nicely, so I should right, I'm not sure where to go. Oh, I got stuck in that. Try and get an extractor in there. Give it a blow. So leave it to go. So right guys, so we had to buff off the bumper, right, so we had to buff the bumper bolts off it, right, you can see there where we have buffed, right, right, so we had to buff that one off, that one is okay, that's right through, that one as you can see it's still in there, so same with that side, obviously you've seen the broken bolt as well, right, I've just managed, I've been fighting this, I don't know how many hours to be honest with you, because we need this pipe. Right, so, and hopefully there's no damage on it. A few wee scratchy marks on it, but hopefully that's all they are. So, the real fight getting that off, man. So, yeah, it's there. I put it next to the new turbo. So, I've still not even got this fitted yet. So, you can just see there how much that's all chewed up, because honestly man, getting it off was absolutely no end of grief. It was just, so you can see we've been trying to grip it, because once it's on the turbo, which will take you up the back here, sorry it's a bit messy, it's just me here on my own at the moment. So I am the tyre fitter, I am the valeter, I am the mechanic, I'm the partsman, service advisor, all that jazz. So obviously that goes into there, screwed all the way down of course. You can see I've even had to take the actuator off to try and get in with a spanner, so I want to bolt that back on, so because this goes back for remanufacturing, to be honest with you. So anyway, what a fight man. So let me see, where was the one that got it, where was the boy, so it's maybe over there actually. So I ended up having to buff down some spanners to get in. Well, I've done my spanners. So we need this bit, so we need to get a new washer for that, get this fitted, get that turbo primed with oil, and get this bit fitted in. and then we can start building the bloody thing. But every time we touched something else on it, and that was literally all we had to get off that turbo. Now that the EGR's back on, see if I can grab my torch actually. Oh, it's up there actually. It probably ran out of charge. Yeah, so this went all flat. So EGR valve is back on. Obviously we had to drill that bolt back out. So I put that back on, and then all we had to do was just take that pipe off of the old turbo, put on the new turbo, and it's been absolutely no end of grief. So we'll better crack on now and see if we can get this bit all fitted into the turbo. I'm going to clean it out as well because it's lit all that crap in there, man. So get a wee pipe cleaner or something into it, I think. Get rid of it. Brake clean, all that jazz. Right, so I even had to file like that. It was a wee bit chipped to try to get it off. So you can see we've got a new washer there. It's a wee bit bigger in the outer diameter, but the diameter's perfect. So new copper washer, don't want any leaks, so put that on and we're going to clean this now. Right, honestly man, this one has been a bit of a mission. So the turbo's all on. The feed pipe's on, but the feed pipe was incredibly difficult. Obviously, we had a great difficulty getting it off. So, I don't know if it's going to get a wee bend in it, but we will need to check it up at that fitting at the top. Obviously with the broken bolt and EGR as well, which slowed us down massively. We've had the bumper which slowed us down massively. And we had the issue getting the turbo in the first place. So, hence teeth, and issues along the way. So, obviously we need to change oil and filter, put the intercooler back in it, run it, and I'll leave that hose off just to run it and make sure everything's all good, and then we'll take it from there really. So well, there you go, the tag's still on that one for last year, so Germany. Quality stuff. Anyway, I shall go and crack on now. It's incredibly late. It is about 8 PM on the Tuesday night. I should have been done with this car long ago.